The day's purpose begins not with a bang, but with a whisper of turning pages, of ancient leather, of settled dust. You find your sanctuary in the Hogwarts library, a place that holds more quiet magic in its silent, sleeping books than the loudest, most explosive charms. You bypass the main reading room with its long, crowded tables and the occasional sharp hiss from Madame Pince. Instead, you seek out a small, secluded nook you discovered in your 3rd year, a tiny alcove tucked away in the farthest corner of the potions section, where the air smells perpetually of old parchment and the faint, sweet scent of dried lily petals. The light here is soft and hazy, filtered through a tall, narrow window, thick with age and dust. It illuminates a small, sturdy oak table and a single, comfortable chair. This is your chosen space for delicate work, a bubble of silence in the heart of the bustling castle. Today, your work is one of selection. You are not just brewing any potion. You are attempting the Draught of Living Death, a potion so complex, so sensitive, that the slightest misstep, the smallest miscalculation, can lead to spectacular and often permanent failure. You need the right recipe, not just the standard textbook instructions, but the nuanced annotations of a master. You begin to pull the ancient tomes from the shelves. Your hands are gentle, reverent. These are not just books. They are the collected wisdom of centuries of potioneers. You run your fingers over the faded gold leaf on the spine of A Potioneer's Primer to Perilous Brews. You feel the soft, worn leather of Libacious Borrage's Compendium of Advanced Potion Making. You carefully open each one, the old bindings groaning softly, like a sleeping giant stirring. The pages are a marvel. They are filled not just with printed text, but with the ghostly echoes of past students. Here, a frantic, ink-blotted note in the margin warns: add the soporiferous bean juice before the valerian root, not after. Trust me. There, a neat, elegant script has corrected a measurement, adding a barely there half-dram that could make the difference between a perfect slumber and an eternal one. You turn a page, and a faint, spectral puff of powdered moonstone rises, shimmering in the sliver of sunlight before dissolving. You spend what feels like hours in your quiet nook, cross-referencing, comparing, and analyzing. You are a detective, piecing together clues from a dozen different sources. You find a rare, first edition copy of Asiatic antivenoms that contains a small, almost insignificant footnote about the ideal temperature for infusing sloth brain mucus, a detail omitted from all modern reprints. You discover a handwritten addendum in an old copy of Moste Potente Potions that suggests stirring the mixture 13 times anti-clockwise after adding the powdered root of asphodel, a step that promises a smoother, more stable final product. You carefully copy these fragments of wisdom onto a fresh piece of parchment with your own quill. Your script neat and precise. You are creating a master recipe, a new text woven from the threads of 100 old ones. The process is slow, methodical, and deeply satisfying. The outside world, the chatter in the corridors, the distant ringing of bells, the drama of house rivalries, all fades away. There is only you, the silent, sleeping books, and the quiet, focused pursuit of knowledge. Finally, you have it, a single sheet of parchment filled with your own neat handwriting, detailing every step, every ingredient, every subtle nuance of the process. It is a work of art, a testament to your patience and dedication. You look at it, a feeling of profound, quiet satisfaction settling over you. The research is done. The plan is made. Now, the real work can begin. You gently return the ancient tomes to their shelves, giving each one a silent, grateful nod. You have borrowed their wisdom, and you will do your best to honor it. As you leave the library, the scent of old paper and lily petals clinging to your robes, you feel not the anxiety of the difficult task ahead, but the calm, steady confidence of a craftsperson who has prepared their tools and is ready to create. You descend from the quiet, airy heights of the library to the cool, subterranean depths of the dungeons. The air grows colder, the light dimmer, the sounds of the castle above fading into a distant, muffled rumble. You arrive at the door to the potions laboratory, not the large, echoing classroom where you have your lessons, but a smaller, private lab reserved for advanced students and independent study. It is a privilege you earned at the end of your 5th year, a sign of your professor's trust in your skill and your seriousness. You unlock the heavy oak door with a quiet charm and step inside. The silence here is different from the libraries. It is not a silence of paper and thought, but one of stone and potential. It is the silence of a kitchen before a feast, of a stage before a play. The room is circular, its walls lined with shelves holding not books, but the tools of your trade. Neat stacks of pewter, brass, and silver cauldrons, rows of delicate, gleaming glass vials and beakers, and bundles of strange, esoteric instruments whose purpose is known only to a master potioneer. The air smells of cool stone, of the faint, lingering scent of 100 different potions that have been brewed here over the years, a hint of brimstone, a whisper of lavender, the sharp, clean scent of a well-brewed antidote to common poisons. It is the smell of your craft, and it is as comforting to you as the scent of home. Preparation is a ritual, a meditation that focuses the mind and calms the spirit. You do not rush. You begin by lighting the candles. You use your wand to send a single, small, blue flame dancing from one wick to the next, filling the cool, dim room with a warm, flickering, golden light. The shadows leap and dance, and the glass vials on the shelves seem to glitter with a life of their own. Next, you prepare your cauldron. You have chosen a standard-sized pewter cauldron, reliable and steady, perfect for a potion as sensitive as this one. You run your hands over its smooth, cool surface, checking for any dents or imperfections. You then perform a scrupulous cleaning charm, a complex incantation that scours the inside of the cauldron of any and all residual magical energy, ensuring a pure, untainted brew. You watch as a faint, multicolored mist rises from the cauldron and dissipates into the air, the ghostly echoes of past potions being banished. Then, you arrange your ingredients. This is a task of precision and reverence. You unroll your master recipe, the parchment you so carefully prepared in the library, and lay it on your workbench, one by one. You take the ingredients from your satchel and arrange them in the precise order in which they will be used. The powdered root of asphodel, fine and white as snow, in a small ceramic bowl. The infusion of wormwood, a dark, bitter-smelling liquid, in a crystal beaker. The sloth brain, carefully preserved in a jar of viscous fluid. Each ingredient is a note in the symphony you are about to conduct, and each must be ready for its cue. You lay out your tools with the same care, a set of perfectly balanced silver scales, a razor-sharp silver dagger for slicing, a heavy marble mortar, and pestle for grinding. Each tool is an extension of your own hands, your own will. Finally, with everything in its place, you simply stand for a moment in the center of the lab. You take a deep breath the complex aromas of your ingredients filling your senses. You listen to the quiet sounds of the room, the soft, gentle hiss of the candles, the faint, distant bubbling of a long-term potion simmering in a corner of the lab, the quiet, steady beat of your own heart. This is your sanctuary. This is your workshop. The outside world, with all its noise and chaos, does not exist. There is only you, the quiet focus of your mind, and the delicate, dangerous, and beautiful dance of magic that is about to begin. The calm silence settles over you, a comfortable, familiar cloak, and you know, with a deep, quiet certainty, that you are ready. The dungeon's cool. Stone embrace fades as you step out into the grounds. The heavy oak door of the potions lab closing behind you with a soft, resonant thud. The late morning sun greets you, its light filtering through a canopy of wispy clouds, casting a gentle, dappled glow across the lawns. Your satchel, slung over your shoulder, holds your master recipe and a small, charmed basket for gathering herbs, its woven interior humming faintly with a preservation charm. The air is crisp, alive with the scent of dew-kissed grass and the faint, sweet perfume of blooming wildflowers. Your destination is the greenhouses, a sanctuary of vibrant life where the herbs for your draught of living death await, their quiet magic ready to be harvested. The path to the greenhouses winds past the Quidditch pitch. Its silent stands a distant silhouette, and you breathe deeply, savoring the openness of the grounds after the library's hush and the lab's confinement. The greenhouses gleam ahead, their glass and iron frames sparkling like jewels in the sunlight. You approach Greenhouse 3, reserved for advanced potion ingredients, its air warm and humid even before you step inside. The door creaks softly as you enter, and the world shifts. The cool morning replaced by a lush, tropical embrace, heavy with the scent of damp earth, blooming flowers, and the sharp, green tang of growing things. The greenhouse is a living symphony. It sounds a gentle chorus of dripping water, rustling leaves, and the low, contented hum of magical plants. The sunlight filters through the glass, softened by climbing vines that drape across the ceiling, their tendrils swaying faintly in the still air. You pause, letting the warmth seep into your skin. The greenhouse's quiet energy, a balm after the precision of your preparations. Your task here is delicate, a communion with the plants, and you approach it with the same reverence you gave the library's tomes. You begin with the valerian sprigs, essential for the draft's soporific properties. They grow in a shaded corner, their feathery, silver-green leaves shimmering faintly in the diffused light. You kneel, the soft, loamy soil cool beneath your knees, and run your fingers gently over the leaves, feeling their velvety texture. The plants seem to lean toward you, their rustling a soft, appreciative whisper. You murmur a harvesting charm, Segio herba, and the stems part cleanly at your touch, each sprig falling into your basket with a delicate rustle. Their scent, earthy, with a hint of sweetness, rises, filling your senses, a promise of the potion's power. Next, you move to the soporiferous plants, their dark, glossy leaves hiding the precious beans you need. These are temperamental, their vines prone to snapping shut if handled roughly. You cast a calming charm, Pacifico flora, your wand tracing a slow arc, and the vines relax, their faint twitching stilling. You pluck the beans with a gentle twist, each pod landing in your basket with a soft thud, their bitter, musky scent mingling with the valerian's sweetness. The plants hum faintly, a low, magical pulse that you feel in your fingertips, a sign of their approval. You harvest a sprig of wormwood last, its silvery, feathery leaves growing near the greenhouse's center, where the sunlight is strongest. The plant is resilient, its bitter scent sharp and cleansing, and you cut it with a silver knife, the blade flashing in the light. The leaves fall into your basket, their edges curling slightly, and the wormwood seems to sigh, its rustling a soft farewell. You stand, stretching your back, and survey your harvest. The basket now brimming with vibrant, fragrant herbs, each one a vital note in the potion's symphony. The greenhouse feels alive around you, its plants content, their magic humming softly in the warm air. You nod to them, a silent thank you, and step back into the morning. The cool breeze a gentle contrast to the greenhouse's warmth. The grounds stretch before you, the lake glinting in the distance. Your next destination. The herbs in your basket are secure, their scents mingling in a fragrant promise. And you feel a quiet satisfaction, a sense of harmony with the ground's living magic. The day's rhythm carries you forward, your steps light, ready to gather the lake's gifts. The greenhouse's humid embrace lingers in your memory, as you make your way toward the black lake. Its surface, a shimmering expanse under the midday sun. The path slopes gently downward, the grass soft and springy beneath your boots. Each step a quiet crunch in the stillness. Your satchel swings lightly at your side, the basket of herbs nestled within, their scents drifting up to mingle with the fresh, briny air of the lake. The grounds are peaceful, the distant chatter of students a faint murmur, the castle a silent, watchful presence at your back. Your task now is to gather the lake's magical ingredients, water plants and algae, delicate components that will lend the draught of living death its ethereal potency. The lake's shore is a mosaic of smooth pebbles and soft, damp earth, the water lapping gently against it with a soothing, rhythmic whisper. You pause at the edge, the cool breeze brushing your face, carrying the scent of water, stone, and the faint, mysterious tang of the lake's depths. The surface glitters, reflecting the sky's pale blue and the occasional drift of a cloud. And you feel a quiet connection to this place. Its magic, a steady pulse beneath the waves. You kneel, setting your satchel beside you, and unroll a small, charmed cloth to hold your harvest, its surface shimmering with a waterproof enchantment. You begin with the gillyweed, its slimy, gray-green strands growing in clumps along the shallows. The water is cool against your hands as you reach in, the strands swaying gently in the current. You cast a severing charm, Diffindo Aquatica, your wand tracing a precise line, and the gillyweed parts cleanly, each strand floating into your grasp. Their texture is slick, their scent briny and sharp, and you lay them carefully on the cloth, their faint, magical hum a soft vibration against your fingers. The lake seems to approve, its waves lapping gently, a mer-person's fin breaking the surface far out, a fleeting, silvery flash. Next, you gather the magical algae, a luminescent, pale green film that clings to the rocks just below the waterline. These are delicate, their glow dim in the sunlight, but vital for the potion's dreamlike quality. You use a scooping charm, college alga, your wand guiding a small, shimmering net of light that lifts the algae in a single, unbroken sheet. The algae pulses faintly, its glow catching the sun in a ethereal shimmer, and you place it on the cloth beside the gillyweed. Its cool, gelatinous texture a contrast to the strand's slickness. The air smells of lake and life. The algae's faint, herbal scent blending with the gillyweed's brine. You collect a final ingredient, a handful of water asphodel roots, their pale, fibrous tendrils buried in the muddy shallows. These are stubborn, their roots clinging to the earth, and you work carefully, using a loosening charm, solvo radix, to ease them free. The mud squelches softly as you pull them up, their scent earthy and faintly sweet, and you rinse them in the lake's clear water, their tendrils gleaming in the sunlight. You lay them on the cloth, their weight a satisfying addition, and stand, wiping your hands on your robes, the lake's cool touch lingering on your skin. The shore is quiet, the lake's waves a gentle lullaby, the breeze stirring your hair. You survey your harvest, the cloth now a treasure trove of glistening, magical ingredients, each one a vital piece of the potion's puzzle. The grounds feel at peace, their magic humming softly, and you feel a deep, quiet satisfaction, a sense of having honored the lake's gifts. You fold the cloth carefully, tucking it into your satchel, and rise, the pebbles crunching under your boots. The forbidden forest waits, its dark, wild heart calling you next, and you move toward it. The lake's calm, a steady ember in your chest, ready for the forest's quiet mysteries. The black lake's serene shimmer fades behind you as you turn toward the forbidden forest. Its dark, jagged silhouette, a quiet challenge against the afternoon sky. The sun hangs low, its golden rays slanting through the trees, casting long, dappled shadows across the grass. Your satchel, heavy with the lake's gifts and the greenhouse's herbs, swings gently at your side. The charmed basket within humming softly with preservation magic. The air grows cooler, the lake's briny scent giving way to the rich, earthy perfume of pine, moss, and ancient wood. Your task now is to gather rare fungi and magical moss from the forest's edge, ingredients vital to the draught of living death's potency. And you approach the expedition with a calm, focused reverence, attuned to the forest's wild, whispering heart. The path to the forest is narrow, worn by years of cautious footsteps, and your boots tread softly, their crunch muffled by the damp earth. The grounds behind you, the castle, the greenhouses, the lake, feel distant, their cultivated order yielding to the forest's untamed chaos. The tree line looms closer, a wall of gnarled trunks and tangled branches that seems to breathe, its presence both forbidding and strangely inviting. You pause at the boundary, your hand resting on a weathered oak, its bark rough under your palm. The forest's magic hums faintly, a low, resonant pulse that syncs with your own heartbeat, and you nod to it, a silent promise to tread lightly. You step into the forest's embrace, the light dimming as the canopy closes overhead, filtering the sun into a soft green-gold glow. The air is thick with the scent of damp soil, decaying leaves, and the musky, living breath of the woods. The sounds are a gentle symphony, distant rustles of unseen creatures, the soft creak of branches swaying, the faint, melodic trill of a hidden whooper. You move slowly, your eyes scanning the ground, attuned to the forest's subtle cues. This is not a place to rush. The forest demands respect, and you give it freely. Your steps deliberate, your senses open. Your first target is the moonshade fungus, a rare, luminescent mushroom that grows in the shadows of ancient yews. You find a cluster near a gnarled tree, its roots sprawling like veins across the earth. The mushrooms are small, their caps a dull gray in the dim light, but pulsing faintly with a silvery glow. You kneel, the moss soft beneath your knees, and cast a protective charm. Salvaguardia fungus. Your wand tracing a shimmering circle around the cluster. The forest seems to still, its rustles pausing, as you use a silver knife to cut the mushrooms free, their stems parting with a soft snap. Their scent is earthy, with a hint of cold stone, and you place them in your basket, their glow catching the light like tiny stars. Next, you seek the whispering moss, a magical variety that clings to the north sides of elder trees. Its faint, chattering hum, a guide in the quiet. You follow the sound, a soft, rhythmic murmur like a distant conversation, and find a patch on a twisted elder, its bark etched with patterns that seem to shift in the flickering light. The moss is vibrant green, its surface shimmering with dew, and you run your fingers gently over it, feeling its cool, velvety texture. You murmur a harvesting charm. College muscus, and the moss peels away in a single, unbroken sheet, its hum softening to a contented sigh. You tuck it into your basket, its scent fresh and faintly herbal, mingling with the mushroom's earthiness. You gather a final ingredient, a handful of death-cap spores, dangerous but essential for the potion's depth. They grow in a shaded hollow, their dull, ominous caps hidden among fallen leaves. You cast a containment charm, Contego Sporae, your wand weaving a faint, protective net. and use a silver spoon to scoop the spores, their powdery texture light as dust. Their scent is musty, heavy with the forest's ancient secrets, and you seal them in a charmed vial. Their faint, toxic hum muted but present. The forest seems to watch, its silence a quiet approval. As you rise, brushing the moss from your robes, the expedition is complete. Your basket now a treasure trove of the forest's gifts, each ingredient a delicate thread in the potion's tapestry. You stand for a moment, the trees looming around you, their branches swaying gently in the breeze. The forest's sounds return, the rustle of leaves, the scamper of something small, the distant hoot of an owl, and you feel a deep, quiet connection, a sense of having been seen and accepted by this wild place. You nod to the trees, a silent thank you, and turn back toward the path, the forest's dim glow giving way to the open grounds, the castle waiting in the distance. The forbidden forest's wild embrace fades as you return to the potions lab. The castle's stone walls, a steady, grounding presence after the forest's untamed magic. The afternoon light filters through the dungeon's high windows, casting a soft, amber glow across the workbench, where your cauldron and tools wait, pristine and ready. Your satchel rests at your side, the basket within brimming with herbs, algae, fungi, and moss, their scents mingling in a fragrant promise of the potion to come. The lab is quiet, the candles' flames flickering gently, their soft hiss a counterpoint to the faint, distant bubbling of a simmering potion in the corner. Your task now is to prepare the ingredients for the draught of living death, a process of precision and patience, a meditation in the art of potion making. You begin by unrolling your master recipe. The parchment from the library, now creased but sacred, its neat script, a guide through the potion's complexity. You arrange your tools with ritualistic care. A silver dagger, its blade razor sharp for slicing. A marble mortar and pestle, heavy and cool for grinding. A set of delicate glass measures for precise pouring. Each tool is an extension of your will, a partner in the delicate dance ahead. You light an additional candle, its flame casting a warm circle of light on the workbench, and take a deep breath. The lab's cool, stone-scented air grounding you in the moment. You start with the valerian sprigs, their silver-green leaves soft and fragrant in your hands. You lay them on a cutting board, their rustling a soft echo in the quiet, and use the silver dagger to slice them into precise half-inch segments. The blade moves with a rhythmic whisper, each cut clean and deliberate, the leaves' earthy sweet scent rising with every slice. You sweep the segments into a ceramic bowl, their texture light and springy, and feel a quiet satisfaction. The first step of preparation complete. Next, you turn to the soporiferous beans. Their dark, glossy pods, cool and firm. These require crushing, a task that demands both strength and finesse. You place a single pod in the mortar, its weight solid under the pestle, and begin to grind, your movements slow and steady. The pod resists at first, then yields with a soft crunch, releasing a bitter, musky juice that stains the marble black. You work methodically, each turn of the pestle a note in the lab's quiet symphony, until the pod is a fine, glistening paste. You scrape it into a glass beaker, its potency a tangible presence, and repeat the process, the rhythmic grinding, soothing your mind. The wormwood comes next, its silvery leaves needing only a gentle chop. You use the dagger again, its blade flashing in the candlelight, and cut the leaves into fine, feathery fragments, their bitter scent sharp and cleansing. The chopping is a delicate task, the leaves crumbling easily under the blade, and you work with a light touch, the fragments falling into a small, silver dish like green snow. The lab feels alive with the ingredients' magic, their scents blending into a complex, herbal chorus that fills the air. You prepare the lake's ingredients with equal care. The gillyweed strands are sliced into thin, translucent ribbons, their briny scent sharp in the quiet. The magical algae, still faintly glowing, is minced into a fine, luminescent paste, its texture cool and slippery under the dagger. The water asphodel roots are peeled, their fibrous layers stripped away to reveal a pale, creamy core, which you chop into tiny cubes, their earthy sweet scent grounding the lab's fragrance. The forest's gifts require the most caution. The moonshade fungi are left whole, their silvery glow too delicate for cutting, but you crush their stems into a fine powder. The mortar's rhythm, a soft counterpoint to the candle's hiss. The whispering moss is teased apart into thin, vibrant strands, its chattering hum softening to a gentle murmur. The death cap spores, sealed in their vial, need no preparation. Their danger contained, but present, a quiet reminder of the potion's power. The workbench is now a mosaic of ingredients, each one prepared with precision, their colors and textures a testament to your care. You stand back, the lab's silence wrapping around you, and survey your work. The cauldron waits, its pewter surface gleaming in the candlelight, ready for the brewing to begin. You feel a deep, quiet satisfaction, a sense of harmony with the potion's potential, and move to the next step. The lab's quiet magic, a steady pulse in your veins, carrying you forward into the heart of the craft. The potions lab is a sanctuary of quiet anticipation, its stone walls aglow with the soft, flickering light of candles. Your workbench is a tapestry of prepared ingredients: valerian sprigs, soporiferous bean paste, wormwood fragments, and the forest's glowing fungi, each meticulously arranged, their scents blending into a complex, herbal symphony. The pewter cauldron sits at the center, its surface gleaming, a silent partner in the delicate dance about to begin. Your master recipe, the parchment from the library, lies open, its neat script a guide through the Draught of Living Death's labyrinthine process. The air is cool, scented with stone and the faint, lingering tang of past potions, and you feel a quiet focus settle over you, ready to start the initial brewing. The first step in crafting this potent, dreamlike elixir. You begin by filling the cauldron with water, drawn from a charmed pitcher that ensures purity. You murmur, "Aquamenti purus," and a steady stream flows from your wand, the water glinting in the candlelight as it pools in the cauldron's base. The sound is soft, a gentle gurgle that fills the lab's silence, and you watch the surface settle, a perfect, glassy mirror reflecting the flames above. You set the cauldron over a low, magical flame, casting ignis moderatus to maintain a steady, gentle heat. The water begins to warm, its surface rippling faintly, and the lab feels alive. The cauldron's quiet hum, a heartbeat in the stillness. The first ingredient is the infusion of wormwood. Its dark, bitter liquid waiting in a crystal beaker. You lift it carefully, the glass cool against your palms, and pour it into the cauldron, a slow, deliberate stream that darkens the water to a deep, inky green. The scent rises, sharp, cleansing, with a hint of earth, and the mixture hisses softly, a faint plume of steam curling upward. You take your silver stirring rod, its weight familiar, and begin to stir clockwise, 13 times as your recipe dictates. Each turn is smooth, rhythmic, the rod gliding through the liquid with a soft, metallic whisper. The mixture thickens slightly, its surface shimmering with a faint, magical sheen, a sign the wormwood is binding with the water's essence. Next, you add the valerian sprigs, their silver-green segments light and springy in your fingers. You sprinkle them into the cauldron, each piece drifting down like a feather, dissolving into the mixture with a soft sizzle. The scent shifts, the wormwood's bitterness softened by the valerian's earthy sweetness, and the liquid takes on a subtle, silvery glow, like moonlight on a still lake. You stir again, 7 times clockwise, your movements precise, the rod's rhythm a quiet counterpoint to the candle's gentle hiss. The cauldron hums faintly, its magic waking, and you feel a thrill of connection, a sense of the potion's potential stirring within. The soporiferous bean paste follows, its dark, musky essence a critical component. You scoop a precise measure with a silver spoon, the paste glistening in the candlelight, and drop it into the cauldron. The mixture reacts, bubbling softly, a cloud of fragrant steam rising, heavy with the bean's bitter tang. You stir anti-clockwise now, 5 times, as the recipe's handwritten note suggested, each turn slow and deliberate, the liquid smoothing into a rich, velvety texture. The glow deepens, a soft, opalescent shimmer that catches the light, and the cauldron's hum grows stronger, a low, resonant pulse that syncs with your heartbeat. You pause, stepping back to observe. The cauldron's warmth radiating gently, its contents simmering with quiet life. The lab is still, save for the soft bubbling and the faint crackle of the candles, their flames dancing in the air's subtle currents. You consult your recipe, tracing a finger over the parchment, ensuring each step has been followed with precision. The initial brewing is delicate, a foundation that must be perfect, and you feel a quiet satisfaction, a sense of harmony with the potion's emerging magic. The mixture is stable, its glow steady, its scent a balanced blend of earth, bitterness, and sweetness, a promising start. You adjust the flame with a whispered Ignis Minimus, lowering it to a mere flicker, allowing the potion to simmer gently. The lab feels like a cocoon, its silence wrapping around you, the cauldron's soft hum, a lullaby of potential. You clean your tools with a quick charm. Turgeo, the silver rod and spoon gleaming once more, and set them aside, ready for the next phase. The initial brewing is complete, the potion's heart beating softly, and you feel a deep, quiet pride, a connection to the ancient craft you've begun to master. The forest's moss and lake's algae wait, but for now, the cauldron needs time, and you prepare to move forward. The lab's quiet magic, a steady guide. The cauldron's gentle simmer fills the potions lab with a soft, rhythmic bubbling, a heartbeat that pulses through the quiet. The draught of living death, now a shimmering, opalescent green, rests in its initial phase, its magic settling as it matures under the low, flickering flame. The candles cast a warm, golden glow across the workbench, their flames steady in the still air, and the lab's stone walls seem to absorb the sound, creating a cocoon of silence broken only by the potion's soft murmurs. Your tools are clean, your ingredients prepared, and your master recipe lies open, its parchment glowing faintly in the candlelight. This is the mid-brew resting period, a time of patience and observation, a pause to let the potion breathe, and you settle into it with a calm, meditative focus, savoring the lab's tranquil atmosphere. You pull a worn, wooden stool to the workbench, its legs scraping softly against the stone floor, and sit, your hands resting lightly on the table. The cauldron's warmth radiates gently, a soothing presence that eases the tension you hadn't noticed in your shoulders. The potion's surface ripples faintly, each bubble rising and bursting with a delicate pop, releasing wisps of magical steam that curl upward, shimmering in the candlelight. The steam carries the potion's scent, earthy wormwood, sweet valerian, and the musky tang of soporiferous beans, a complex, living fragrance that fills the lab, grounding you in the moment. You watch the potion closely, your eyes attuned to its subtle cues. The recipe notes this resting period is critical, a time for the initial ingredients to bind, their magics intertwining to form the potion's foundation. You observe the glow, its opalescent sheen, steady but deepening, a sign of stability. The bubbles are small, uniform, their rhythm consistent, and the steam's shimmer holds a faint, silvery spark, a hint of the potion's dreamlike power. You feel a quiet connection to the cauldron, its magic, a living thing you're nurturing, and you trust its process, letting patience guide you. The lab's silence is profound, a canvas for the potion's soft sounds. The candles hiss faintly, their wicks burning steadily, and a distant, long-term potion in the corner bubbles with a low, steady drone. Its presence a quiet companion. You glance at the recipe, confirming the resting period's duration, 30 minutes, as advised by the handwritten addendum you found in the library. You have time, and you use it to center yourself, letting the lab's calm wash over you. The outside world, the castle's bustle, the students' chatter, the ground's wild magic, feels far away, irrelevant. Here, there is only you, the cauldron, and the quiet art of creation. You rise briefly, stretching your arms, and walk to the lab's small window, its thick glass streaked with age. The grounds outside are bathed in late afternoon light, the lake a distant shimmer, the forest a dark, watchful line. The sight grounds you further, a reminder of the ingredients' origins, their journey from earth and water to this moment. You return to the workbench, your steps soft, and check the cauldron again. The potion's glow has deepened, its surface now a rich, pearlescent green, and the steam's sparks are brighter, a sign the binding is nearly complete. You adjust the flame with a murmured ignis stasis, ensuring it remains low, and sit once more, your hands folded, your gaze fixed on the cauldron. The resting period is a gift, a moment to reflect on the craft you've chosen. You think of the library's tomes, their wisdom now part of your recipe, of the greenhouse's herbs, their life pulsing in the potion, of the lake and forest, their wild gifts woven into this delicate magic. Each step has been a thread, each ingredient a note, and you feel a deep, quiet pride, a sense of being part of something ancient, eternal. The potion releases a sudden, gentle burst of steam, its shimmer catching the candlelight in a dazzling flash. And you smile, recognizing the sign the recipe described, a signal the binding is complete. You consult the parchment, confirming the next step, adding the lake's algae and forest's moss, a delicate process requiring precision. You rise, your movements slow and deliberate, and prepare to continue. The lab's quiet magic, a steady pulse in your veins. The resting period has done its work, the potion's foundation strong, and you feel ready. The cauldron's soft hum, a promise of the magic yet to come, guiding you forward into the next phase of this intricate, soothing craft. The potions lab hums with quiet life, the cauldron's pearlescent green glow casting a soft, ethereal light across the workbench. The draught of living death simmers gently, its initial binding complete, the mixture a rich, shimmering tapestry of wormwood, valerian, and soporiferous beans. The candles flicker, their golden flames steady in the cool, stone-scented air, and your master recipe lies open, its parchment a map through the potion's delicate dance. Your tools, silver dagger, marble mortar, glass measures, weight in precise order, and the basket of ingredients from the greenhouse, lake, and forest sits ready, its contents pulsing with subtle magic. This is the moment to add the sensitive ingredients: gillyweed, magical algae, moonshade fungi, and whispering moss, a task requiring cautious precision, and you approach it with a calm, focused reverence. The lab's silence, a cocoon for your craft. You begin with the gillyweed, its thin, translucent ribbons glistening in their glass dish, their briny scent sharp in the quiet. The recipe calls for exact timing, the gillyweed's essence needing to meld with the potion's warmth at its peak simmer. You watch the cauldron, its bubbles small and rhythmic, and wait for the steam to shimmer with a faint, silvery spark, a sign the mixture is ready. The moment comes, and you lift the dish, your hands steady, and sprinkle the gillyweed into the cauldron, each ribbon drifting down like seaweed in a tide. The mixture hisses softly, the gillyweed dissolving with a gentle ripple, and the potion's glow shifts, taking on a subtle, aquatic sheen, like moonlight on a restless sea. You murmur a binding incantation, Coalesco aquatica, your wand tracing a slow, spiraling arc above the cauldron. The words are soft, a whisper that blends with the potions bubbling. And the mixture responds, its surface smoothing, the gillyweed's magic weaving into the brew. You stir clockwise 3 times with your silver rod, its metallic whisper a counterpoint to the candle's hiss, and the potion thickens slightly, its scent now layered with a briny, oceanic note. The cauldron hums, a low, resonant pulse, and you feel a quiet thrill, a sense of the potion's dreamlike power deepening. Next is the magical algae, its luminescent paste glowing faintly in its ceramic bowl, its herbal scent cool and delicate. This ingredient is volatile, its light sensitive to sudden heat, and the recipe warns of adding it too quickly. You lower the flame with a murmured, ignis minimus, the cauldron's heat dimming to a gentle flicker, and scoop a small measure of the algae with a silver spoon, its glow catching the candlelight in a soft, ethereal flash. You add it in stages, a pinch at a time, each addition sending delicate ripples across the potion's surface, the green darkening to a rich, emerald hue. The algae's glow pulses, merging with the potion's sheen, and the mixture releases a faint, sparkling mist, a sign of perfect integration. You whisper, "Lumen stabilis," your wand weaving a stabilizing charm to anchor the algae's light, and stir anti-clockwise, twice. The rod's rhythm slow and deliberate. The potion settles, its glow now a vibrant, living emerald, its scent a complex blend of brine, herbs, and earth. The cauldron's hum strengthens, a steady heartbeat, and you pause, observing the mixture's stability, its bubbles uniform, its steam shimmering with faint, green sparks. The lab feels alive, the potion's magic a tangible presence, and you nod, satisfied, ready for the forest's gifts. The moonshade fungi come next, their silvery caps whole and glowing in their dish, their earthy, stone-scented stems crushed into a fine powder. These are delicate, their luminescence fading if mishandled, and you handle them with utmost care. You lift a single cap, its glow cool against your fingers, and place it gently into the cauldron, watching as it sinks, dissolving with a soft, silvery ripple. The potion reacts, its emerald hue softening to a pale, opalescent green, and a faint, glowing mist rises, curling around the cauldron like a spectral veil. You add the powdered stems, a pinch at a time, their dust sparkling in the candlelight, and the mixture shimmers, its glow now a soft, lunar radiance. You murmur, "Luna infusio," a charm to enhance the fungi's dreamlike essence, and stir clockwise 5 times, the rod's whisper blending with the potion's bubbling. The mixture thickens, its texture velvety, its scent now layered with a cold, stone-like note, a reminder of the forest's ancient heart. The cauldron's hum deepens, a resonant chord, and you feel a quiet awe, the potion's magic unfolding like a dream. The whispering moss is last, its vibrant green strands chattering faintly in their dish, their herbal scent fresh and lively. You tease a small handful into the cauldron, the strands drifting down like feathers, their hum softening to a contented murmur. The potion ripples, its glow pulsing gently, and a faint green steam rises, carrying the moss's vibrant essence. You whisper, "Vita coniungo," a charm to bind the moss's life force and stir anti-clockwise 3 times, the rod's rhythm a soft lullaby. The potion settles, its glow a rich, living green, its scent a harmonious blend of forest, lake, and earth, its magic steady and strong. You step back, the cauldron's warmth radiating gently, its contents a living, shimmering dream. The lab is quiet, the candle's flames steady, the potion's soft bubbling a soothing heartbeat. You consult your recipe, confirming each step's precision, and feel a deep, quiet satisfaction, a sense of having honored the ingredient's magic. The sensitive additions are complete, the potion's heart beating strongly, and you prepare for the next phase, the lab's tranquil magic, a steady guide in this intricate, soothing craft. The cauldron's rich, living green glow fills the potion's lab with a soft, otherworldly light. The draught of living death, now a vibrant, shimmering elixir, its sensitive ingredients woven into its magical tapestry. The candles burn steadily, their golden flames casting dancing shadows on the stone walls, and the air is cool, scented with the potion's complex fragrance, brine, herbs, earth, and a faint lunar stone. Your workbench is a sanctuary of order. The silver rod, glass measures, and charmed vial of death cap spores waiting in precise arrangement. The master recipe lies open, its parchment a guide through the potion's delicate evolution, and you feel a quiet focus settle over you, ready to stabilize the mixture through slow, rhythmic chanting, a meditative act to anchor its magic. The potion simmers gently, its bubbles small and uniform, its steam shimmering with faint, green sparks that pulse like distant stars. The recipe calls for a stabilization phase, a critical moment to ensure the ingredients' magics harmonize, preventing the volatile blend from curdling or losing potency. You adjust the flame with a whispered ignis stasis, maintaining its gentle flicker, and pull your stool closer, the wood creaking softly against the stone floor. You sit, your hands resting lightly on the workbench, and close your eyes for a moment, letting the lab's silence wash over you. The cauldron's soft bubbling, a steady heartbeat in the quiet. You begin the chant, a low, melodic incantation, drawn from the recipe's ancient notes, its words a blend of Latin and Old English, passed down through centuries of potioneers. Stabilis magia, vinculum vitae, you murmur, your voice soft but resonant, filling the lab with a gentle, vibrating hum. The chant is rhythmic, a slow, flowing cadence that syncs with the potion's bubbling. Each syllable a note in a magical lullaby. You repeat the phrase, your wand tracing a slow, circular arc above the cauldron, its tip glowing faintly with a silvery light that weaves into the steam. The potion responds, its glow pulsing in time with your chant, its bubbles slowing to a deliberate, hypnotic rhythm. The steam thickens, shimmering with brighter, green sparks, and the cauldron's hum deepens, a resonant chord that fills the lab, blending with your voice. You feel a connection to the potion, its magic, a living thing you're guiding, and you lean into the chant, your words steady, your wand's movements precise. The lab feels like a sacred space, its silence amplifying the chant's power, the candle's flames flickering in sync with the potion's pulse. You introduce a second incantation, Harmonia Essentia, your voice layering over the first, creating a soft, harmonic resonance. The words weave together, a duet of ancient magic, and the potion's glow intensifies, its surface smoothing to a glassy, emerald sheen. The steam swirls, forming delicate, spiraling patterns that catch the candlelight, and the cauldron's hum grows stronger, a steady, living pulse that vibrates through the workbench, into your hands, into your heart. You stir once, clockwise, with the silver rod, its whisper a soft counterpoint to your chant, and the mixture thickens, its texture rich and velvety, a sign of perfect stabilization. The chanting continues, a meditative flow that carries you deeper into the craft. You lose track of time. The lab's silence, a canvas for the potion's magic. Your voice a thread in its tapestry. The recipe suggests 20 minutes of chanting, but you trust your instincts, feeling the potion's response in its glow, its hum, its scent. The fragrance shifts, the brine and earth softening, a faint floral note emerging, a sign the moss's life force is binding with the algae's light. The cauldron's surface ripples faintly, each wave a pulse of magic, and you smile, sensing the potion's stability, its heart beating strongly. You slow the chant, your voice softening to a whisper, the words fading into a final, resonant hum. The wand's glow dims, its arc complete, and you lower it, the cauldron's hum settling into a steady, soothing pulse. The potion is stable, its emerald glow vibrant, its steam shimmering with faint, green sparks, its scent a harmonious blend of forest, lake, and dream. You consult the recipe, confirming the stabilization's success, and feel a deep, quiet pride, a sense of having guided the potion through a critical phase. The lab is still, the candle's flames steady, the potion's soft, bubbling, a lullaby of potential. You rise, stretching your arms, and clean the silver rod with a quick Tergeo, its surface gleaming once more. The death cap spores wait, their danger contained but potent, and the final testing looms. But for now, the potion is at peace, its magic strong and steady. You prepare for the next step, the lab's tranquil atmosphere, a steady guide. The cauldron's glow, a promise of the magic yet to come, carrying you forward in this intricate, soothing craft. The potion's lab glows with the draught of living death's vibrant emerald light. Its cauldron, a quiet heart pulsing with stabilized magic. The air is cool, scented with the potion's harmonious blend of forest moss, lake algae, and lunar fungi, a fragrance that weaves through the soft hiss of candles and the gentle bubbling of the brew. Your workbench is a sanctuary of precision. The silver stirring rod and glass measures gleaming in the candlelight. The charmed vial of death cap spores, waiting in cautious isolation. Your master recipe, the parchment etched with ancient wisdom and your own careful notes, lies open, guiding you toward the final testing and adjustments. A delicate task to ensure the potion's perfection. You approach it with a calm, focused reverence. The lab's tranquil silence, a cocoon for your craft. You begin by observing the potion, your eyes attuned to its subtle cues. The recipe describes the ideal draught as a smooth, pearlescent green, with a steady glow and a texture like liquid silk, its steam rising in delicate, spiraling wisps. You lean closer, the cauldron's warmth brushing your face, and study the mixture. Its glow is vibrant, its surface glassy, the bubbles small and rhythmic, each bursting with a faint green spark. The steam swirls upward, shimmering with ethereal light, and the scent is balanced, briny, herbal, and faintly floral, with a cool, stone-like undertone from the moonshade fungi. The potion is close to perfection, but the final test will confirm its readiness. You reach for a set of crystal vials, their surfaces etched with runes to preserve magical properties, and a silver ladle, its handle cool in your hand. You cast a sampling charm. Extraho specimena, your wand tracing a precise arc, and the ladle dips into the cauldron, drawing a small measure of the potion. The liquid shimmers as it fills the first vial, its glow catching the candlelight in a dazzling flash, and you seal it with a soft sigillo, the rune pulsing faintly. You repeat the process, filling 3 vials, each one a perfect miniature galaxy of green light, their contents ready for testing. The first test is visual, a close inspection of the potion's clarity and color. You hold a vial to the candlelight, tilting it gently, and watch the liquid shift, its pearlescent green smooth and unbroken, free of cloudiness or sediment. The glow is steady, its light refracting through the crystal in soft, prismatic waves, a sign of perfect ingredient integration. You nod, satisfied, and consult the recipe, which notes that a true draught should shimmer like moonlight on water, a description your sample matches precisely. The second test is olfactory, assessing the potion's scent for balance. You uncork a vial, the seal breaking with a soft pop, and waft the steam toward you, inhaling deeply. The fragrance is complex: gillyweed's brine, valerian's sweetness, moss's herbal freshness, and the fungi's cool, stone-like depth, each note distinct yet harmonious, with no single scent overpowering the others. The recipe warns of a sour tang if the saprophyros beans dominate, or a cloying sweetness if the valerian is too strong. But your potion's scent is flawless, a testament to your careful preparation and chanting. The third test is magical, a delicate spell to gauge the potion's potency. You place the vial on the workbench and cast Revelio Virtus, your wand weaving a shimmering net of light over the crystal. The potion responds, its glow pulsing in time with the spell, a faint, silvery aura rising from the liquid, its edges sparkling with dreamlike energy. The aura is steady, its light neither flickering nor flaring, a sign the potion's magic is balanced and potent, ready to induce a deep, death-like slumber. You smile, the cauldron's soft hum echoing your quiet pride, and note the result on your parchment, a small check mark beside the testing phase. A final adjustment is needed, as the recipe suggests a touch of death-cap spores to deepen the potion's slumber-inducing power. The spores are dangerous, their toxicity requiring utmost caution, and you handle them with precision. You uncork the charmed vial, its contents a dull, gray powder that hums faintly with a toxic pulse, and measure a minuscule pinch with a silver spoon, its weight barely perceptible. You sprinkle the spores into the cauldron, the powder dissolving with a soft hiss, and the potion ripples, its glow darkening to a rich emerald green, its steam thickening with faint silvery sparks. You murmur, "Equilibrio toxicum," a stabilizing charm to bind the spore's danger, and stir anti-clockwise. Twice. The silver rods whisper, blending with the potion's bubbling. The mixture settles, its glow steady, its texture silkier, its scent unchanged, but deeper, a sign the adjustment was perfect. You ladle another sample, sealing it in a vial, and repeat the tests. Visual, olfactory, magical, confirming the potion's perfection. The glow is luminous, the scent harmonious, the aura potent and stable. A draught of living death worthy of its name. You step back, the cauldron's warmth radiating gently, its contents a living, shimmering dream. The lab is quiet, the candle's flames steady, the potion's soft bubbling a soothing heartbeat. You feel a deep, quiet satisfaction, a sense of having crafted something extraordinary, and prepare for the final phase. The lab's tranquil magic, a steady guide in this intricate, soothing craft. The potions lab is a haven of quiet triumph, the draught of living death glowing in its cauldron, a rich, pearlescent emerald that pulses with perfected magic. The candles cast a warm, golden light across the workbench, their flames steady in the cool, stone-scented air, and the potion's fragrance, briny, herbal, floral, and stone-like, fills the space, a testament to your careful craft. Your tools are clean. The crystal vials of test samples shimmering on the table, their light a miniature echo of the cauldron's glow. Your master recipe lies open, its final instructions calling for the potion's completion and bottling. A ritual to seal your work in elegant vessels, and you approach it with a calm, reverent focus, savoring the deep satisfaction of a day spent in magical craftsmanship. You begin by preparing the bottles, a set of elegant, dark glass phials with silver stoppers, their surfaces etched with runes to preserve the potion's potency. You arrange them in a neat row, their glass cool under your fingers, and cast a cleansing charm. Tergeo Fiala, to ensure purity. The runes pulse faintly, a soft, silvery glow that fades as the charm completes, and the bottles gleam, ready to hold the draft's magic. You set a silver funnel beside the cauldron, its narrow spout designed for precision, and a ladle, its handle etched with protective runes to pour the potion without waste. You adjust the cauldron's flame with a whispered ignis extinguo, letting it die to a faint ember, the potion simmer slowing to a gentle ripple. The mixture is ready, its glow steady, its texture like liquid silk, its steam rising in delicate, spiraling wisps. You lift the ladle, its weight familiar, and dip it into the cauldron, drawing a measure of the potion. The liquid shimmers as it fills the ladle, its emerald light catching the candlelight in a dazzling flash. And you pour it through the funnel into the first bottle, the glass filling with a soft, gurgling sound. The potion settles, its glow illuminating the bottle from within, a tiny, living star in your hand. You seal the bottle with a charm. Sigillo Perpetua, your wand tracing a shimmering arc over the stopper, the rune pulsing with a final silvery flash. The seal is complete, the potion's magic preserved, and you set the bottle aside, its weight a satisfying testament to your work. You repeat the process, each pour a meditative act, the ladle's rhythm blending with the candle's hiss and the lab's quiet hum. The bottles fill one by one, their glows aligning in a radiant row, each a perfect vessel for the draft's dreamlike power. The cauldron empties slowly, its contents yielding a dozen bottles, their dark glass a contrast to the potion's luminous green. You ladle the final measure, the cauldron's last ripple, a soft farewell, and seal the last bottle, the charm's glow fading into silence. You step back, wiping a bead of sweat from your brow, and survey your work. The bottles stand like sentinels, their light a constellation on the workbench, their runes pulsing faintly with protective magic. The cauldron is empty, its pewter surface dull but warm, a quiet partner in your triumph. You clean the cauldron with a final Tergeo, the charm banishing any residual magic, and set your tools aside, their silver and glass gleaming in the candlelight. The recipe's parchment waits, its instructions complete, and you add a final note in your neat script. Draught of Living Death, perfected, bottled at dusk. The lab feels at peace, its silence profound, the candle's flames steady, their light a warm embrace. You extinguish them, one by one, with a soft knocks. The darkness settling gently, the bottles glow, the only light remaining. You gather the bottles into a charmed case, their glass clinking softly, and tuck the recipe into your satchel, its parchment a treasure of wisdom and effort. The lab is still, its magic at rest, and you feel a deep, quiet fulfillment, a sense of having honored the craft, the ingredients, the ground's gifts. You step toward the door, the stone floor cool under your boots, and glance back, the bottle's faint glow a promise of your skill. The day's work is done, the potion complete, and you leave the lab, the castle's quiet corridors waiting. The memory of this intricate, soothing craft, a steady ember in your heart.